start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Well, we have a pretty full schedule tonight, so we'll get started. First, I will call out the application, and then if the applicant can come up and talk to the board about what their wishes or goals are. And then we will have some board discussions, and then I will allow the public to speak. And then once the public is finished, I will bring it back to the board for final discussions. And then we will take a vote on the application. So with that being said, first application is Barclay Damon LLP representing Tessie Webster Facility LLC, owner of 1500 Mitchell Dean Road, SBL 065.15-1-1. Applicant seeks final plan approval for subdivision pursuant to the Webster Village Code, Section 137-5, Section B, 3. Property zone GEI, which is general industrial.
Hi, Corey Auerbach from the law firm of Barclay Damon, joined by Evan Corderville from Passler Associates, who's the surveyor on the project. If this looks familiar to you, that's because the preliminary plat came through back in December, when the fee went forward. We're here seeking final plat approval. The plat that's before you is identical to the preliminary plat. There were a couple questions that the board had asked regarding the easement areas along the frontage. We provided some documentation in our letter dated January 28th. Essentially, those are existing utility easements for sewer and electric. Two parcels are being created. One is 61.5 acres, the other is 22.68 acres. Essentially, what we're doing is putting in a visible lot line to separate this large parcel into two. The existing fencing is to remain. The access drive will be on the westerly parcel, provides access to the various truck bays that are along the western facade of the building. But again, this is a simple lot division. It's identical to the preliminary plat previously approved, and happy to answer any questions that you have.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll bring to the board for any questions for the applicant. None? Not seeing any. I will open it up to the public for any comments. If you do have any comments, please direct it to the board and not the applicant. And hopefully it's pertaining to this application. So, not seeing anybody in the public, I'll close the public and I'll bring it back to the board for any final discussion.
Shocked Rick's not here tonight. He's always got a comment.
Yeah?
Nothing's changed on the print, correct?
Correct.
We approved, gave preliminary approval last time. I don't see any problem.
Right, and I believe we did seeker at preliminary, so we do not need to do seeker again.
That's right.
So, I guess I would be looking for a final approval for,
Final plat approval.
correct.
I'll make a motion to make final site plan approval for the subdivision of 1500 Mitchell Dean Drive Road.
I'll second.
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion passes.
Thank you for your time.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, next application. I have Adam Cab, owner of C&C Auto at 166 North Avenue, tax ID 080.05-1-70. Applicant seeks to extend the parking area in front of the building to the right-of-way line 2.5 feet times 61 feet, which is an additional 152.5 square feet. The current percentage of building and parking lot surface coverage exceeds the maximum allowable 60% per code section 175-20E. Applicant therefore seeks a 18.5% variance, which is a 16.7% pre-existing plus a 1.8% proposed additional, for a total of 78.5% building and parking lot surface coverage, where a maximum is 60% of lot coverage is allowed per code section 175-20E. Property zone NB. It's all yours.
Yeah, I put in the application to actually widen the parking lot a little bit extra towards Kittleberger Park. My intention is to extend the parking lot a little bit, because when people park there with long vehicles, some vehicles actually impede my ability to back out of the garage bays once the doors are open. On top of that, it would allow me an easier time to level the parking lot to get rid of a bowl effect that's happened there. And once I do that, I can get rid of the water puddles and possible safety concerns when the water puddles freeze in cold weather.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from the board?
Does that do away with some sidewalk? I think there's sidewalk down that side of the street all the way.
Yeah, there is a walkway there, I don't know why. It doesn't really serve a purpose. It's part of my property there. I don't think it belongs to the town.
It doesn't go any farther than the garage.
Right, it's a very short walkway. I was hoping
The public
to,
one's across the street.
yeah,
It's on the other side of Kittleberger Park.
I was hoping to actually get rid of that and just asphalt it. And then 2.5 feet beyond that, towards the town's right of way, without impeding the right of way, just a couple inches from it.
When I drove by today, I saw you others shoveling away.
Were you the blue car?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was you.
I just had one question or an idea. The utility pole that is in the driveway
That
now.
light pole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could that be moved over to the greener space and give you more access, to the cars?
I've been working around it. It's not having a negative effect on us in any way. I don't,
No, if it isn't bothering you.
no, it's not bothering me. I work around it. It's not a big deal.
All right, I got a few questions.
Sure.
So, the sidewalk is on your property. Did you put it there?
No.
Who put it there?
That was done when we originally approved, or when the planning board approved the new building there back in
Mark's alignment.
Mark's alignment.
Yeah.
It was like 2011 that we looked at.
Yeah, and,
Karen has the history of it.
right, yeah, the history is here somewhere, and,
All right, so who legally owns the sidewalk?
It's not
Mark's
within-
alignment.
He does. It's
He
not
does.
within
He
the
does.
public right away.
yeah. And I don't know if we asked for them to put a sidewalk there, if it was Mark's alignment idea to do it, but I do remember that they were gonna put a sidewalk there, so it's not public, it's a private sidewalk, or private walkway, whatever it is.
Okay. It is, I think, the compelling
in the village to be a walkable village. So do we want sidewalks?
That's not
Well,
what
one
the
side
other
is
side of
going
the street.
nowhere. Well, regardless of the fact that it's a sidewalk to nowhere, I see it is the weirdest sidewalk I've ever seen, because it literally ends at the building. So I wonder, was there some intent that that sidewalk was supposed to aim at sidewalks going down the rest of Middleburger?
It's possible. I
But
don't
it never
remember.
got there?
There wasn't really, I don't remember. Kathy, do you
No, but it-
recollect?
Just because there wasn't a sidewalk there, I thought
Yeah.
this was just something he thought
Well, with the
would be more
new,
attractive and,
Yeah, I think maybe that was it, the aesthetics, it would look better
because there is a sidewalk
across the
on the
street.
other side.
Yeah,
well, there is now a sidewalk behind, west of his property that ties into those newer townhomes that we're probably required to put some sidewalk in along the frontage.
that may have been the reasoning behind him putting a sidewalk there, that maybe at some point it would connect, although it never did.
Right, plus it just doesn't seem like in the right place.
Yeah, it's
Right,
offset.
it would need to be over.
Right, would have to be, so I think it was just,
Right, I could easily see where we say, just take the whole damn sidewalk out to the sidewalk on 250, because just leaving those 3 panels in place would look weird. So take it all out, but then I would also want to say, well, all right, but then flop it over, put it over 30 inches over
Right.
in the right of way,
Yeah.
so that you can have you would restore a little green area, you would have your asphalt area, and the village would still have a sidewalk that I think would probably have been intended to carry on through to the rest of the sidewalk going down Middleburger.
Would a sidewalk on the town's right of way be a no-go, or is that still? Because me and Chris were talking before, and he was saying, anything on the town's right of way, that's a no-go, so I was,
Typically,
My intent was
that's
just
where
to go-
sidewalks go,
oh.
within the right of way.
Oh, okay.
That's where they belong.
So in my review of this application, the sidewalks that are west of your property seem to be like divided on the right-of-way line. It's like half on their property, half in the village right-of-way.
Right. but
So
this-
I don't know who was back then required to put those in. I'm assuming whoever built the townhouses.
Yeah, we were building townhouses.
But they must have gotten relief from the village to put it in the village right-of-way.
I don't know.
My only concern with that though is now you moved his pavement and if you make him put a sidewalk on, now he's just parking more of their cars on our sidewalk, still blocking the sidewalk. Cause it's,
Right. Have you
So-
thought about taking those other 3 panels out?
Towards the state right away line?
Right.
I don't know that he can work in the state right away.
Okay.
not without a permit.
and basically he is here to make that asphalt larger, so. That's what he wants to do.
Any more questions from the board?
Yeah, I have no intent of touching the state right of way at all, just going within a few inches of it, I'm happy. No problem there.
So while we're thinking of more questions, I guess I will pause for us and open it up to the public if they have any comments for this application. Not seeing any, I will bring it back to the board.
So, did I read someplace that they were having problems with water on that lot in the past?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That entire section is bold
Yeah.
downwards.
So Mark had some problems with that when he was owning that place.
I assume so.
Yeah, I assume so. There's 2 grates that lead nowhere. The water just goes into the dirt under the asphalt, and I think that's what may have caused the asphalt and the sidewalk that's there to bowl, dish. And it leads to deeper water puddles.
So your intention is to take up your driveway now, the pavement, all of it?
My intention was to get that sidewalk out,
Right.
widen the parking lot a little bit and level it.
Okay, so you're not going to do any work on the existing asphalt area?
Just
Just so,
level it.
because when you said level it, I thought you would,
Maybe you could just pour some on top and make sure the water runoff goes
yeah,
somewhere.
okay, all right.
We've got to remember, Lake Ontario used to come up to this area.
That's right, yeah.
True.
True.
Water problem.
So I want the board members to keep in mind that he needs to get an 18.5% variance for parking lot and building surface coverage. So, I mean, with this addition, I believe it's the 1.8%, but then there's an existing 16.7%, where he's already, not whether you've done it or somebody else has covered more lot coverage.
Got another question for you. There's a notation on this diagram that says proposed asphalt pavement behind the building. Has that ever been done?
That was the plan from.
Oh, that was,
That's possibly the previous owner.
Yeah, that was the plan that Mark presented years
2011.
years ago.
So was it ever done?
Yeah, and then some.
All right, so all the, all the asphalt is behind the building, that's all paved out.
Correct.
Okay,
Well, what do you mean behind? You mean to the west?
Yeah.
Yes.
all right. So you can drive through the building and drive right out the back, both bays?
Yes. So, yeah, once you can, the first bay, you can drive right through to the back, yeah.
So the
Actually,
north
both
bay,
bays,
it's
yes.
called the north bay, you can't drive through the north bay? All the way out?
Well, I have stuff in the way, so you can't, but essentially, if you emptied the whole place, yes, you can.
So both bays
Both
could,
bays you
could
can-
be drive-throughable,
Yes,
because you can drive out the back on asphalt. All right. So if that were the case, then backing out of the south bay would not technically, why is, if you can drive through the south bay, why is backing out of the south bay a problem if people are parked along the existing pavement?
sometimes you have a car there that you're working on currently and you can't,
So you have 4 bays,
yes,
so if there's a car that's blocking, you
yeah.
can't drive through is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
sometimes there's a
Oh,
car
I
in
didn't
the
realize-
west
okay.
facing bay right there and,
Okay,
you
gotcha,
can't,
gotcha.
can't always.
I didn't realize it was 2 and 2 and 2 and 2.
Yeah, I think when the original site plan, it was just a 2-bay garage, but then he had the option to add the other 2 bays.
Okay, I get it, okay.
So, does the board have any more questions?
I'm good.
So we're gonna need a secret determination and determination for a variance, an 18.5 lot coverage variance.
18.5 square feet,
18.5%.
percent.
And then we do have to go through the 5 determinations for each variance. You know, that I'm not sure when the appropriate time to do it, if it's now, so food for thought type of thing. The first item is whether the undesirable change will produce in a character of the neighborhood or the detriment to nearby properties will be created by the granting of the area variance. Okay. Number 2 is whether the benefit sought by the applicant can be achieved by some method feasible for the applicant to pursue other than an area variance.
No.
Okay. Number 3 is whether the requested area variance is substantial.
18%.
And I believe this lot is only 0.2 acres.
Although of the 18.5%, 16.7 was pre-existing.
Yeah, it's
Right.
pre-existing.
They should have got a variance back when he put the addition on, but that didn't happen.
Right.
So that would be a no.
He's requesting a 1.8%.
Right.
Number 4, whether the proposed variance will have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood or district. No, I'm saying no. Number 5, whether the alleged difficulty was self-created, which consideration shall be relevant to the decision of the Board of Appeals, but shall not necessarily preclude the granting of the area variance. Well, I don't like this question because they're all basically
Right.
self-created. So with doing that, do we have any motion for the seeker? Which I believe is a type 2.
Yeah, it would be a seeker for a individual variance.
I'll make a motion to, if this is a type 2 seeker.
I have a motion by Peter.
I'll second.
I have a second by Kathy. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Now, need a motion for either for or against the area variance for an 18.5% variance for surface coverage, parking lot and building surface coverage.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion by Kathy. Do I have a second?
I would like to add a stipulation onto that motion, that if you're going to remove the sidewalk, take it all the way back to the sidewalk at 250. So those 3 extra panels, take it all out, restore this to a grassy area, which is, shouldn't be that much, and you're gonna pave over that where the existing portion of the sidewalk that is already touching asphalt becomes new asphalt.
Well, you might be
I don't think
limited
you can.
to being a DOT right away. You'd have to, I mean, he could probably get it pretty close within a foot if I'm looking at this map.
Can I see where
Looks
you're
like the right-of-way line is right at the edge of his driveway
Talking
entrance.
about this right here. This stuff.
Yeah, there may be a foot of sidewalk left,
Right.
but you think anyone's
No,
gonna?
no, to put it green space.
He's reading.
You could take my capture, I'll take that.
That's fine.
Because I think if you're gonna leave those 3 panels there, that's gonna look kind of stupid.
That's what he's asking.
That's fine, I think.
If you're-
Bring it up, yeah.
Okay.
And I think if the village ever wants a sidewalk, it's on the village to put it in beyond,
So you're saying take it to the state right away line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Can you do that?
Take it to
He can
that,
do it
to that
well,
sidewalk line.
I don't want
To
him
the
to get
state
a
right away
permit.
line. He can saw cut where the right of way line is, but I think it's gonna
Yes.
leave a little stub there.
Yeah, we understand.
Other than that, he can't work in the right of way of the state.
As long as he doesn't
Think anyone's
damage
gonna
the,
give him a hard time if he took it out to that line
Right there,
panel?
right?
There's already a road line
So,
there.
all right, so
as long as
if
he doesn't
he, so
damage anything.
think
So if
he's,
the state department, highway department has any issues with it, we'll just give them your name and address and phone number and they'll deal with it. I'm just leaving a little stub of the thing there. Because otherwise, he's gotta get a permit from the
Right.
state
Yeah.
DOT.
Leave the
which will
first
take- Which will take a
sidewalk
year to
panel
get the
in.
permit and, you know.
So let's go.
Are you talking about those 3 panels you were
Yeah,
stipulating?
Leave the first panel in that's touching the
Right.
state
This one.
sidewalk.
I see, that first square, okay.
There you
But
go.
but read the other 2.
The other
Yes.
two,
you're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that, sure.
Alright. So now I need you wanna change your motion with conditions?
I'm just gonna-
Based on Chris's discussion?
Right?
You're okay with that?
Yes.
you got that?
Yeah.
And Kathy's revised her motion to include your
Thank you.
conditions. And you said second.
I'll second that.
Okay.
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? Good luck. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Third item on our agenda is Chad Henry, tenant of 38 Commercial Street, tax ID 080.05-1-53, seeks preliminary and final site plan approval for a change of use from a professional office occupancy classification to an automotive sales and service occupancy classification pursuant to Village Code Section 175-24A, property zone GI, general industrial. It's all yours.
Chad Henry. So I just got 38 Commercial Street actually under contract to purchase. It's, like I said, currently zoned for general industrial.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
It's 38 Commercial Street. It's currently zoned for general industrial.
Right?
And basically there's a business there called R-Care. It's gonna be moving out.
Yeah.
And they're currently using it for office space and warehouse space.
Mhm.
And my proposal is to convert the warehouse space back to automotive repair. And then also use the auto sales there. I don't propose doing any exterior changes. It's pretty much a warehouse building with asphalt all the way around it. So there's really no use that, or no changes that need to be done outside. There's like some temporary walls where they took some of the warehouse space and made it more office space that I probably moved just to make it more for automotive repair. Let's see, I mean, currently I have a place that I'm renting out in Sodas, but I live in Arundecoit and I've been looking for a place that's closer. And it's a struggle to find something that has the right zoning and is closer. Trying to get back from Wayne County back into Monroe County. You know, this kind of fit all the criteria I was looking for. That it seems like the zoning fits. But I understand they had to apply for a change of use for the building.
All right, thank you. I'll open it up to the board for any questions.
Your intention is to pretty much gut all the office space and just use
I
it
would
as a
probably keep
workroom?
some, it's actually nice office space, so I would probably keep some of the office space. My intention is to modify it as little as possible because it is very nicely done.
Right.
And I don't intend to, use it for that purpose I'm gonna use it for now. It's not always gonna be that intention, or I wanna preserve it in case I wanna do something different in the future.
You said there were 10 to 15 cars you're gonna be working on at one time?
Yeah, but basically my business model is I buy cars that need auto body work and I repair those and then sell them. And I've been doing it since 2003 out in Sodas. But right on 104, right opposite that 88.
Is it that Empire Auto?
Empire Auto Sales.
Yeah.
That's me, I've been there forever.
Okay.
But I would look forward to having a shorter drive.
Yeah.
Sure?
And actually, it's funny, my my stepdad owns Keelan Gunsmiths, which is running Kittleberger. And then my wife works at Sprague, so she's like, great, I can meet for lunch.
Very good.
You have about 10 spots in the back
Yeah,
of the car, so you'll have enough.
yeah, I think I'll have enough space. My kind of business model is low volume and like higher margins because I'm taking basically new cars that have body damage and repairing. I'm not like a high volume dealer. I usually have about 10 to 15 cars max that I'm working with. Anything more than that is too much. So, and as far as the auto body stuff, it's only either stuff that I'm doing by myself or wholesale for other dealers. And that's basically they would bring a car in, I would fix it, and then it would be like a lot of cars hanging around.
So you probably won't have 10 to 15 cars hanging around.
No. No, I mean, my goal is to have like 10 cars that are done and then maybe 5 cars I'm looking at.
Okay. And you need, how many employees do you have?
I don't have any employees. I have one of my buddies does the painting. He's basically, he does all that stuff and I do the sales. So we kind of run ourselves separate.
I don't want to take up everybody's time, but you're going to be working on, so you're going to be painting, fiberglass,
Right,
so you got dust,
right.
noise, things like that.
Yeah,
You do back up to residential multiple.
It's not a lot of noise, because I mean, the most noise we have is the compressor, and there's actually, in that building, there's a separate small room that we could actually stick the compressor in so it wouldn't
Okay.
annoy us. But generally, there's not a lot of noise for what we do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we originally tried to buy the building that it's farther down commercial. They're repairing Amazon trucks now, I guess. It used to be that engine. I missed that by like a couple days.
So you said your hours of operation are basically 10 a.m. to 5
Yeah, it's just during normal business hours during the week.
No weekends?
I mean, I would maybe do something by appointment on the weekend if someone look at a car on the weekend. I generally try and keep some time to myself.
Understand. Any further questions from the board? All right, as
I do have a
Emery,
couple more.
oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Filters,
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have filters for any exhaust.
exhausting to
Right.
the outside.
Right.
Okay.
Curious to do a paint booth?
There's not currently a paint booth there. You know, empty either. Well, the shop that I'm in now, we basically separated half the building and made it kind of a paint booth with filtered exhaust out. So I'm not sure if that's what we're gonna do or if we're gonna put a real paint booth in there and exhaust it that way. But I know you said I had to get a like a building permit to
Right.
address that stuff, so.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, as a public hearing, I need to open it up to the public for any comments. Not having any, I'll bring it back. So, again, we need to go through the 5 things for the area variance. Pardon me?
He's not seeking any variance, this is.
Oh,
Change
change of
of
use.
use.
Excuse me, you're
Change
correct.
of use.
You're correct. So all we need to do is our seeker
Correct.
and our determination. So this would be a type 2 pursuant to
Yes,
CEDAR.
it's just a reuse of a commercial
Correct.
structure,
Correct.
since he's not planning to do anything to the exterior.
Okay, I'll make the motion for type 2 seeker action.
I have a motion by Chris.
I'll second.
I have a second by Kathy. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? None. And then I need a motion for, the change of use from, it's a professional office to an auto sales and service.
I'll make that motion.
For approval?
Yes.
Okay, I have a motion by Kathy.
I'll second that.
Oh, who wants to fight?
I'm eating candy, go ahead.
Second by Chris, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Congratulations, good luck.
Thanks.
What's the name of the business?
Well, it's currently, my shop's currently called Empire Auto Sales,
Okay.
but I'm not sure that's available in Monroe County, so I'm actually looking at changing it to Hojack Auto Sales. 'cause that's Hojack traffic.
So,
They got some pretty good graphics.
when do you expect to close on? You're actually gonna
June
purchase-
1st
June 1st?
is when because the company that's in there, their lease ends at the end of May. And it's a separate owner from the business that's in there, so they basically wanna close when the lease ends.
So it won't be until sometime after June you'll come in with your plans and a building for a building permit and all that. You gotta wait till you own it before you start? Renovation?
For the building permit for the changing of for the
Start now.
Change of occupancy.
For the change of
So you got
occupancy.
your approval
Good.
tonight.
Right.
You can do that building permit to change of occupancy.
Can I do that before I close?
Yeah, that's fine. For your attorney, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll do it as soon as I am allowed.
Yeah.
Well, you're allowed to do it anytime you want, you just have the.
But I don't have access to inside the building, but like, I mean, I can get the ball rolling, I guess.
Right, you can get the ball rolling.
I can't go in there with a wrecking ball with their office to work.
It's a chance of closing fails for whatever reason, you're out that money on
Sure,
getting
sure.
your plans for the building permit.
Right.
So,
Okay.
all right?
Yep.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, our fourth item, and please forgive me if I butcher anybody's name, because I am horrible with names. Halit Arab?
Yeah.
Tenant at 3 East Main Street, tax ID 080.47-1-21, seeks preliminary and final site plan approval for a change of use from a retail store occupancy classification, section 175-22B7, to a restaurant occupancy classification, section 175-22B, subsection A, pursuant to the Village Code, section 175-22B. Applicant also seeks a variance for relief of parking spaces where the number of parking spaces is required, one for each 60 square feet of gross floor area, and this is 1,140 square feet, or 19 spaces pursuant to Village Code, section 175-53B, and 0 spaces are provided. Property zone CB for central business.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I am here to assist my friend. His name is Halit Hamakari, and we're here to ask for your help in regards to basically changing the use of the property that they have signed a lease for already with the landlord to a restaurant. And they are three, it's him and his brother and his cousin right there. They have a lot of experience in the restaurant business, and they would love to, bring that kind of food into the village of Webster potentially.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I guess I will open it up to the board for any questions.
You'll be cooking inside?
Yes.
Yes. Cooking, so, fans, you'll need exhaust fans, and that will all be done,
They're gonna need a full Ansel system.
yeah, fire suppression, things like that.
A gas trap, it's called a grease trap, I believe, we also need that.
Okay.
A grease
There's
trap.
no exhaust fans or any penetrations through into the alley wall?
No, we were looking at it the other day, trying to go out the back, but again, it would all have to get, submitted by an engineer and go through that process.
So really, the only question I have, and I know this property, is I think you're gonna have a high hurdle with ADA compliance for a restaurant.
ADA.
Because you've got a stoop step up into the building.
So it's all based on existing building code?
Sorry?
It's all based on the existing building code, so it probably doesn't need to comply with much. But there is a percentage that they have to spend on ADA accessibility. But again, we'll deal with that, building department, building plan review.
Right. I know that's basically a ramp, you know, they put a ramp there.
How a ramp factors into the village sidewalks and everything.
Well, yeah.
As needed, it's,
You probably won't have to do a ramp.
No.
Sweet Square Bakery doesn't have
Oh,
one.
that's right.
So, if he was building new, he would absolutely have to have one.
I'm just saying that it's gonna be a design issue,
Mhm.
you know, somehow, some way.
You have an architect and a designer?
So, yes,
Okay.
yeah, I think so. Yep, we do.
Who owns that building?
It's in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Rosario?
Yeah.
Rosario?
His last name, he owns Bellevue.
Yeah, you have an owner authorization form in. the
Yeah, I
packet.
saw
Yeah, I
that.
thought I saw that.
Apparently this was a restaurant before, back in '81.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
81?
You weren't born
Oh,
then.
I wasn't there, I wasn't there yet.
I was born.
I wasn't here yet.
With the key.
All right. Well, I'm more curious as to what's going on with the property next door.
Right.
It was supposed to be a convenience store, and now I see a police sign up in there.
A what?
A what sign?
No,
This-
up for lease.
This
Oh.
one.
Release.
Oh,
No, he's no longer there.
It is for lease.
Hmm?
It is release.
Right, but,
The convenience store,
Was not.
they left. They're not coming to us.
Marissa Arena. She's the owner.
It's not really.
And what's the timeline?
The timeline, we're looking to open it hopefully in the next 4 to 5 months.
Okay,
So yeah, we should have everything ready by then, hopefully by the summer.
by the summer.
Yes.
Probably in June or July.
All right. And there are tenants upstairs, you're aware of the,
Correct.
yeah.
Right, because you said your hours of operation will be about 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. during the winter months?
Yes.
And then push it to 9 for the 3 months of summer that we get around here? Okay.
Do you currently have another restaurant?
This is gonna be my first business.
No? Good luck. Sounds interesting. Something different from the village,
Yeah.
in the town even, I guess.
Any more questions from the board members? Again, I'll open it up to the public. For or against? Not seeing any, I will bring it back to the board for any further comments, concerns. Now, he is asking for a variance, so we do have to do our 5 questions.
Yep.
So, question number 1 would be whether the undesirable change will produce in the character of the neighborhood or a detriment to nearby properties will be created by the granting of the area variance. So the area variance is the parking, it's not the change of use.
Okay.
So I don't,
It's not gonna change anything.
Larry, you don't see? No. Okay. 2, whether the benefits sought by the applicant can be achieved by some method feasible for the applicant to pursue other than an area variance.
Nope.
Unless he buys another building and tears it down. then-
Right.
3, whether the requested area variance is substantial. So he needs 19 spaces.
Yeah, It is
So-
substantial, but it's Main Street.
Right.
Right,
I mean,
So we're good
goes with the
that one.
territory.
right.
Whether, number 4 is whether the proposed variance will have an adverse effect on impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood or district. I don't see one.
I don't,
And my favorite question, number 5, whether the alleged difficulty was self-created, which consideration shall be relevant to the decision of the Board of Appeals, but shall not necessarily preclude the granting of the area variance.
self-created, yes.
Yes.
Any way around it?
It's only
No.
self-created because he decided to
He
lease. the
decided
property.
to open a
He
building or
decided to
business.
lease it.
Right.
And
Can't do anything about
there's
it.
2 additional findings you have to make under the parking section, the 175-53B.
Oh, right.
That's a finding that there is insufficient available parking on the same lot with the structure.
Well, the whole building's on the whole lot.
There's
Yeah.
correct. And then the second one is let's see. And then a finding that that off-site parking is within 500 feet of the site and within the same district.
Correct.
It's in the same
We
district.
have municipal parking around the core of the village,
Across the street.
on the street.
On the street, across the street, and down the block.
So that's all.
All right, in order to proceed, this would be type 2 pursuant to seeker. Do I have,
Again, just a reuse of a commercial structure.
You need a motion?
I need a motion, yeah, sorry.
Well, I'll make a motion that it's type 2 pursuant to seeker.
I have a motion from Peter for type 2 pursuant to
Second.
seeker. I have a second by Larry. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Now we need a determination for the area variance for parking relief, which is for 19 spaces for 3 East Main Street. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Oh my God. My brain is fried now. Yes, the first motion should be for a change of use from a office
Retail
Retail.
retail store, thank you, to a restaurant occupancy.
So I make a motion that we change approve a change from retail store occupancy to a restaurant occupancy.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Larry and a second by Kathy, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? None. Now we will do the, I'm sorry, I was reading the wrong line.
Area
Area variance for parking relief for 19 spaces.
I will make the motion for a area variance to relieve the applicant of the requirement for 19 parking spaces related to the change of use.
I have a motion by Chris.
Second.
I have a second by Peter. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Good luck. Congratulations.
Have a great evening.
You gonna have takeout?
Yes.
Both, to go.
Do you have a name for the restaurant yet?
Yeah, tabbouleh.
Tabbouleh?
Tabbouleh, yes. That kind of salad.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, hurry up.
Good luck. Thanks, guys.
Good luck. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, the last thing on our agenda for now is the meeting minutes from January 15th. Do I have a motion for as written or a motion with changes?
Everybody's read it. I'll make a motion to
I haven't seen any
approve as
changes.
written.
I have a motion by Peter, a second by Kathy, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None.
Everybody's gonna move the fence.
Karen, do we have anything for next month?
We have one possible so far.
One, okay.
Your garage, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like,
What is the height thing, maybe?
Hi, Carl. Good to see you. How you doing?
Good to be here.
So
Good to see you.
with that, I will take a
Oh,
motion.
I'll make a motion that we bring this meeting to adjournment.
All right, I have a motion by Chris to adjourn the meeting at 7:20.
Okay, second.
I have a second by Kathy, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None.